Okay. And so it begins. I'm a little late. Took me a moment to figure this out and get connected. So here we are. I need to do some stuff. La 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 la. Channel. Do a little quick notification. Do a little quick notification. Do a little quick notification. Do a little quick. Oh, ha, that's why. Okay. Okay. We're learning. We're learning. Facebook. Do. That is 100% not a thing. Okay, so now, not that one. Streaming. We're just gonna move that over here. We'll kill that. And that. We'll move. That is a nice feature of Discord. It knew I was streaming, so I'm guessing, making sure that nothing untoward is happening. All right. Oh. There we go. Oh. Let's try that again, buddy. I'm guessing it was mad because I I was trying to screen capture it midway through, maybe? Oh no. Okay. I was very concerned. Oh, great. I think of all the features, this is probably one of the neatest ones. Oh, speaking of features, I should turn this on. I have cute little ears. All right. Wait, no. Adjusting the audio settings. Hopefully that's not too quiet. Alright. I have no idea what this game has in store for me, but it looked really cute and really chill, so I thought, you know, hey. Felinyx.
Forgive an old woman, but I forgot your name. What was it again? Would you mind getting my book from the sleeping quarters? It would spare my bones the trip. It's called Great Voyages.
The seas of the north are widely unexplored. Researchers predict these waters are expansive, and small expeditions have revealed numerous islands filled with diverse life and communities. Due to the unpredictable and violent nature of these waters, many exploration ships have been lost while attempting to form new contacts and carry out scientific research. All eyes on the horizon. Property of Clara S. If found, please return to Port of Lindau.
Thank you very much. I've read this old book many times. Seems I find something new each read. And no matter how many times I've read it, it never fails to get me excited for adventure. Are you the adventuring type? Oh, I see. Well, this voyage must have felt twice as long for you. Can I give you a word of advice? I'm old and wise after all. Adventuring is a lot more fun once you realize you need to be uncomfortable at times to have a good adventure. Captain Elona told me we'll be landing in Lindo shortly. I think we're all antsy to arrive.
I'm trying to, like, maintain, like, a good audio balance here. It's like a deer person. There's a monkey person, another monkey person.
I've never been to Eastshade. I've heard wonderful things about it. Did you know that the people there used to cover their mouths with garments? I've heard that's since gone out of style. Quite a strange fashion fad if you ask me. As long as Eastshade doesn't rock like this ship, I will love it. It's the quaint little seaside town we'll be landing in. It's one of the many gems of the country, I hear. Almost there.
Ooh, that did not sound good.
Oh, well, I'd like to leave. Well, game over. That was a fun game, right? Did I ever tell you about the trip your father and I took to Eastshade? Tell me again. Out of all the trips we took, that was one of my favorite. You know, if you're ever looking for painting inspiration. I know, Mom. Tell me. Tell me you'll visit one day. Promise you'll go. I promise. To think of you exploring Eastshade, it makes me so happy. I know you'll find inspiration there. What an adventure you'll have. Listen, there are some places you absolutely mustn't miss. Be sure to paint the giant tree. Ah, I remember it like it was yesterday. How will I know which tree? You won't miss it, trust me. And the Tiffmore Bluffs. Ah, the lovely sky country. I can picture you there now, an easel set, and you making a beautiful painting. Those open skies and endless seas would move any artist. Okay, I will. And the city! There's a magnificent building in the center. From the very top floor, you can see the whole town and more. You won't be able to resist taking out your brushes. Ah, soon. You'll be there soon. You should get some rest, Mom. Well, that's a little sad. Just a little bit.
You've woken.
I made tea and
feeling
totally
okay?
forgot.
Do you remember what happened? I'm glad your memory's intact. You washed up on this beach just a short while after the ship sank. One doesn't last long in water this cold. From what I've heard, you were the only passenger misplaced during the wreck. The others are safe in town.
Well, that's good.
Eastshade, of course. Specifically, my home. I usually don't take visitors, but in this case I can hardly blame you for floating in unannounced.
Did any of my possessions float
Only
in?
your easel. Don't forget to take it when you leave. Even the frigid tide couldn't bring you to part from it. It must mean a great deal to you.
I won't
I was
forget.
about to head into town to share news of your survival. You should go there and let them know yourself. It's just up the path.
Thank you for helping.
On your way, then.
He's all... fancy. Is that the ship? I cannot go to the ship. Ooh, you can kind of see just a hint of like a moon or something. Or maybe we're on a moon. You can see the stars already. Neat. I saw a little building over here. You know, I don't have like any canvas materials or anything, so I probably shouldn't go off exploring until I have some semblance of an idea of what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm grabbing, and I hope I don't have an inventory limit. I just know I have to craft easels. Can I craft an easel now? Not an easel, canvas. Light up at night, but it looks very pretty. What is that? Ooh. Fancy.
Oh, it's you. You're on the ship. What happened to you? Oh, thank goodness. We thought you were lost. Oh, what a horrible experience. I'm so glad to see you're safe. What brought you to Eastshade anyway?
My mother loved it here. I guess all of these are probably technically true. But I think the primary reason why I picked this place over any others is because my mother told me to. So I think that's probably the most accurate answer. Like, honest answer. I'm an honest painter.
Very adventurous of you. I came to visit my family. You look like you could use a nice cup of tea. This flavor is a bit strong for some people, but the effects can be lifted with a sip of water from your water skin. Our captain is in a terrible state. I suppose that's to be expected. She won't even leave the dock. Perhaps it would console her to know that we all survived. You should speak with her.
Where are you staying? I lost all my things in the wreck. I guess it's none of my business where she's staying. Theoretically, I should already have an idea what I'm doing, or where I would be staying, so I think basically asking for help. So I lost all of the things in my wreck.
I lost most of my possessions too, and nothing has washed up. My family lives here in Lindo, so I'll be staying with them. If you find that night is coming and you're in need of a place to stay, you should check the inn. You'll be comfortable there. It gets cold around here at night. You shouldn't be out without a proper coat.
Tell me about Lindau.
After that wreck, I may just settle down here for a while.
We did get informed by the book that the waters
Are
were
you
very
wondering
rough.
about anything else?
I'm a bird!
I mean, maybe? Maybe you are. No, you're a deer person.
Aren't I good at flying?
Sure, you certainly are.
Thanks! My dad says that I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it!
Oh dear, I may have just encouraged them to jump off a building.
Ah!
Well, what's done is done.
Hey,
Hey.
are you an artist?
Certainly I hope better than you. Oh, that is auto run, not zoom. There is zoom. That's so weird. The right click is an auto walk or auto run.
Hey, you have an easel! Are you an artist? So am I. Do you want to see what I made? Look,
Wow, you worked really hard on
it took
this.
all day. But I want to make my next one even better. What should I do?
Hold on. No. I've got some dropped frames, apparently. Which I don't feel like should be happening, but, that kills everything that might be using my processes.
But I don't know how to make a canvas.
Let's make
All
it together.
right! You're a nice artist after all.
We need to collect boards and
I know where
fabric.
some boards are. Follow me.
Did you see when it ran a reef? I've never seen anything like that.
Terrible waste of a good ship.
And it went down so quickly. It's amazing anyone made it out of that.
You certainly won't see me boarding a ship anytime soon.
Now we just need the fabric. I don't know where to find that. Maybe we should ask someone. Let's keep going.
Oh, so they're just gonna follow me. Okay. Let's see if that affects my dropped frames. I mean, it shouldn't be my connection, because I have the most expensive frickin' internet. Once an old lady went up into the tall tower right on the coast. She stayed up there watching the ocean and eating snacks until it was past her bedtime. Then she wanted to go home and see her cat. She started to go down the stairs, but she fell because she was so tired. Then she died. She turned into a ghost, and now she stays in the tower and haunts it. She turns on the lights whenever night comes so that her cat can find her, but the cat doesn't ever go because the tower is too scary. The end.
Watch your step there. Lots of moving boxes round here. You looking a little waterlogged. Guessing you just came in off of that ship. Think you even got some seaweed hanging from your ear.
Oh, thanks for following. Alpha Jolt 22. Gee,
Yeah,
thanks.
we all have those days, right? I mean, my dad got in a shipwreck once. He wasn't as lucky as you, though.
That must have been tough.
Oh,
Empathetic.
no, he's fine. Just lost his leg is all. Now he gets to order us around even more. So, you'll probably be exploring all over, right? Would you do me a huge favor?
Let's find out what it is before we agree.
My brother loves raspberry-filled pastries. Loves them. He can't get enough. But raspberries don't grow here. So he puts in an overseas order every 2 weeks. It's crazy, really. Now, the thing he hates is grape-filled pastries. I mean, we all hate them, obviously, but he hates them even more. He'd destroy them all if he could, you know? He once saw an old lady eating some, and he grabbed the box and threw it in the ocean. It was the craziest thing. Okay, so
let
what
them
I
enjoy
did
their
was fill
garbage
his raspberry
pastries.
pastry bag with, grape pastries. Can you imagine what he's gonna do when he eats one? He'll go insane. He's always suspicious of me doing something like this, though, so it would be perfect if you could play along and act like you're a delivery person. So, what do you say? Will you deliver them to him?
Yeah, it seems he has like a vast overreaction, so I feel like this is not the kind of prank that he would probably enjoy, so... I just came here, I'm not gonna start...
Really?
I'm not into pranks.
Huh. Don't think of it as a prank. Think of it as a bonding experience between loving siblings. Take these anyway, just in case you change your mind. Maybe you can find someone who actually likes them. Just kidding. Everyone hates them. You seem like a nice person. You don't have to prank my brother if it's not your thing. Maybe I'll see you around in Nava?
I feel good about that. And I'm glad that it, like, still, like, kind of even though you're like, I'm not gonna do this
So we
thing.
have everything we need now, right? We can make a canvas from this stuff?
I don't feel like I'm missing anything, right? Missing out on anything, because I can always change my mind, probably. Like, also, I'm just stealing this shit out of, like, all these people's stuff. I got tea. What does tea do? Oh. I don't know what I just did. I don't know what this... Oh, is it just like a filter? Is that what's going on?
We've had quite a few shipwrecks here. There's a reef surrounding the bay, and that's what does it. It shouldn't slow down traffic too much, though. I'm just glad you all made it.
Talk to me about Lindau.
Lindau is a nice port town, although we don't have much to export anymore, aside from bloom sacks. And most of our tourism these days are just people passing through, on the way in or on the way out of Nava.
Tell me about fabric.
Fabric? We go through loads of it. Here, these lengths are defective for shipping, but will perhaps serve your purposes.
Ha. I mean, as long as there are no consequences, like, whatever.
So you've survived too. That means only one of us has been lost at sea.
Who was lost?
Who? Only the most important one of us all, Annabelle!
The ship. She's talking about the ship. Annabelle, she doesn't sound familiar.
Doesn't sound... I say, she carries you across the oceans and you don't even learn her name. Annabelle! My ship! My wooden, sea-loving daughter! Killed by the damn reefs when we came into this miserable town.
I'm very sorry about your ship.
If you to say so. Kindness does nothing to bring sweet Annabelle back to me.
Yeah, I think I only even saw it because I saw it on Ben's wish list, and I thought this actually looks really cute. And it's actually, like, so far been considerably more interesting than I expected it to be. Like, I kind of expected it to be, like, a really shallow walking simulator with, where you just, like, freeform paint and stuff, but, like, there's, like, quests and stuff that are a lot deeper than I really anticipated. Oh gosh. What will you do now?
Imagine I'll be spending the rest of my days mourning Annabelle, sitting here, dreaming of a world where she wasn't destroyed and people actually remember her name.
I'm sorry I didn't
Off
remember.
with you. Trade your life for hers.
Well,
It's really a
Tell me about
terrible
Linda.
place to be stranded. Ship murdering town.
back.
Oh, a ship. Such a good ship she was. Now leave me be.
Could you paint something? I want to watch a real artist.
Sure. First... Tree, more bluff... Common tower in the big city, so I think this is the big city. It seems like your port town is probably one of your biggest cities, so let's... Continue robbing these people of all their garbage. And I think that's the tower up there. See if I can get there before the fancy glow tea wears off, because I'm pretty sure it's like a... Maybe phrasing indeed. Alright, oh!
That painting is amazing! I want to try. Can I have a canvas? We found enough stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes! I'm going to use this for Miss Nika's next painting. She loves art so much. Hey, Miss Nika loves art like us. She always likes my paintings. I bet she'd like yours too. She really likes the eclipse. You should draw her that. Thanks again for the canvas.
Okay. Oops. Oh, I do not want to do that. I just wanted to look at it. Okay, so this is not the big city then. me fabric. Wait, where are you going? Get back.
I know that I can do it if I put my mind to it!
Get down from there.
I can't fly if I don't even try!
Oh god.
You're
I
not
killed
a bird,
this child.
Lenny. You need to come down right now. You're going to get hurt.
Everybody, turn around!
Can I...
If you don't all turn right now, I'm gonna jump!
Okay. Everyone turn around. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's time to come down now.
We stay busy working this dock.
I can't
It's
believe
hard,
it.
but
I
fulfilling for
flew.
me.
Of course you did. I'm just glad you're back down. Don't do that again, okay?
Okay, now that I know I can fly, I won't do it again. Ah!
Oh, well. That's great.
I saw you talking with the captain. How's she doing?
She really loved that ship.
I don't think I've heard her talk about much else. I wonder if she'll ever recover. How have you been?
Oh, bother.
Who's there? Nika? Is that you?
No.
You must be one of the tourists. Terrible about the sinking and all that. Glad you're okay. Yada yada, etc. But will you go get Nika, the innkeeper? I need help.
Out of curiosity, why is there a jug on your
It's
head?
stuck, obviously. Now, would you be so kind as to go get Nika for me?
How does that even happen?
It happens. It's fairly normal, really. Doesn't it happen to you from time to time?
But seriously.
Seriously, will you get the innkeeper?
Sure.
Brilliant. I'll wait here. Ugh.
Listen, I was gonna help him. I just was also going to give him a hard time about it.
I feel so adventurous staying here in Lindo.
Where are you traveling
I
from?
live in Nava, but sometimes I just long for the primitive lifestyle Lindo offers.
Lindau seems well established to me.
How humorous you are! I like that in a person. Some may find the story of my journey utterly inspiring. Nothing could have prepared me for the muddy paths, the unbearable heat. I even had to eat outside. Overall, it was a dreadful experience, but I braved through it all.
I barely survived a terrible shipwreck.
I'm guessing you're a bit inexperienced in travel safety. Perhaps you should consult me for advice before your next journey. I so dearly wish my friends could see how adventurous I've become. I do enjoy this exciting new lifestyle I've adopted. Did I ever tell you about my journey to Lindo?
I wouldn't call it a journey.
True. Perhaps Epic Saga is a more fitting description. Say, you do some sort of art things, don't you? Do you think you could capture my sheer magnificence on canvas? I'm dying to show my friends what a remarkable traveler I've become.
Perhaps.
What stunning taste you have. Be sure to capture every bit of my elegance. Have you decided you'd like to paint a bold adventurer?
I would like to talk about Lindau.
It's a dramatic destination. I'll be the envy of my friends when I get home.
Tell me about Nava.
Oh, it's the most wonderful city. Much better than this place. I can hardly believe I managed to get myself here alive. Have you decided you'd like to paint a bold adventurer?
I'll consider
What
it.
stunning taste you have. Be sure to capture every bit of my elegance.
Book. Oh, I got inspiration from that. Lindau's buildings are engineering marvels. As difficult to construct as they are beautiful, the designs of these technical endeavors are the work of one eccentric genius, Azad of Taria. 5 years ago, this incredible architect vanished. His whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. Though praised for his accomplishments in engineering and architecture, he is perhaps most widely recognized throughout Eastshade for a rare genetic facial disfigurement. A polarizing celebrity, many praise his genius, while others resent his supposedly arrogant disposition. Some even claim that his notoriety is owed entirely to the disfigurement, implying that his credited skills are, in actuality, nothing more than ordinary. However, one only needs to look around at the town of Lindau to see that he has built something wonderful. It's still locked, okay.
You must be the traveler from the wrecked ship.
A cave dweller rescued me.
Oh, good. Ingolf needs some visitors every now and then. I wish he would spend more time in town, but he'd rather be alone.
Do you live in Lindau?
Yes, I run the inn. I always keep a full stock of soup and tea to refresh weary travelers. When I was young, I traveled all over this island. I'd love to adventure again one day.
Browse goods.
Certainly.
I need money.
Ah, the traveling artist.
Tell me about the architecture of Lindau.
That poor man. He had quite a gruff personality. Not very sociable. But I don't think he meant to offend people. I hope he's very happy, wherever he is.
Tell me about Nava.
I lived there for a few years, working as a baker. I do miss the bustle of the city sometimes.
Tell me about Lindau.
It's a bit more calm than Nava. I think it's quite a nice place to relax.
Oh yeah, Esan.
Oh, of course he does. And what is it this time?
He has a jug stuck on his head.
Again? That's like the 8th time. All right then, we'd better go help.
Oh, just wait. Ugh.
Oh, it's really stuck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty stuck.
I think what we need here is some soap. Would you be a dear and fetch some soap from Amin's house? It's just down the stairs and across the courtyard.
Very pretty, like, home decor. Nice little details. Kitty. Meow.
Hello there. Can I help you, traveler?
Could I borrow some soap?
Soap? Well, certainly. May I ask why?
It's too weird for words.
You shouldn't use soap for that. It's not safe. Anyway, I'll ask no more. Here, and no need to return it. Is he a friend of yours?
We're acquainted now.
Well, I shouldn't gossip then.
What's the dirt?
He's just such a peculiar man. And you know what? I think Lenny is going to have some real issues when he grows up.
Why is that?
Well, you've seen him. The boy is unhinged. And not just that. I've been hearing a lot of yelling coming from that house. I think it's quite a broken home. You know, I imagine you'll be traveling all around this island, being a tourist and all. Perhaps when you get to Nova, you should let the sheriff know about Isan.
Hold on. No. Because I'm not seeing chat coming up on the screen on this side, so I don't know if it's... I don't know if it's not... just not working, or if it's just not showing up. Oh. I see it now. That's weird. Well, hopefully it stays like that. Yes. Bloop. Upper right. No, stop. That is the absolute opposite of what I wanted. Bloop. Bloop.
I think it's only right. You know, for Lenny.
Why don't you? Yeah, why are you asking some stranger to go do that thing for you? Like, that seems like I have no frame of reference for who these people are.
Well, it's a small town. If word ever got back to Isan that I was the one that reported him, things might be a little awkward, being such a close neighbor and all.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like... like, at least, Isan with the jar in his head, like, he's kind of like, where does he go? How does he figure it out? Like, not to mention how he got it there in the first place, but whatever. You really should be the one, though. Like, it's not my business.
Of course, you're right. I suppose it's a bit selfish of me to worry about a little awkwardness when it's a matter so serious. I'll head over to Nava as soon as I get the chance. Right. Well, here's some soap. Safe travels.
Yeah, like, don't put your social status above the well-being of a child if you think something is going on. Well, you clearly lack the required nature to gain inspiration from acquiring soap.
You have the soap? Well, let's try this thing then. Here, let me have that soap.
How many times can you say soap in a sentence?
Well, I guess it was convenient that you dropped in when you did. Thanks for getting Nika.
I'm gonna keep pressing this. How did this happen? How did you get your head stuck?
Well, you are a nosy tourist, aren't you? Beeswax!
Okay. Amine said she heard yelling from your house.
Amine? That nosy, stuck-up goody two-talon... if you had to deal with what I have to deal with... She just doesn't like me because I'm not posh like her. This whole town is stuck up. Them and all their judging eyes. You know what? Get out of my house. You're just like everyone else in this town. Coming in here and telling me I'm a bad father? Get out!
I didn't say you were a bad father. Yeah, like, you made he made an assumption. Like, I didn't say you were a bad
I know
father.
that's what you meant. Just get out. Get out!
Okay. Maybe I'll come harass him later. I don't super like how loud that was.
Thanks again for the canvas.
Tell me about the architecture.
He's some really old guy. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it architect, not architecture. Oops. Hey.
When I was a boy, merchants came to Lindau with strange spices and soft fabrics. They haven't been back in a long time, though.
What does Lindau import now?
We mainly get shipments of teas, grains and fabrics, and headwear of the latest fashion, of course. In any case, there's always lots of work to do around here.
Tell me about the architect.
Can you believe he came up with the plan for this city by himself? I'd love to meet him. Lindau's a nice port town, although we don't have much to export anymore, aside from bloom sacks. And most of our tourism these days are just people passing through, on the way in or on the way out of Nava.
So Nava must be the town with the big tower that I'm supposed to paint from. I think that aside, I think that was still a really nice... I think that's a really nice shot.
If only Annabelle could sail the seas once more. How cruel can this world be? Why are you interrogating me? Can't you see I'm in mourning?
Perhaps the ship can be
Blasphemy!
repaired.
Have you no sympathy for the broken-hearted? Now leave me be. Oh, the ship. Such a good... It's really a terrible place to be stranded. A ship-murdering town.
I did ask her about Lindau. Tell me about the architect.
Why does everyone think I have something to do with his disappearance? I've never seen him, and I certainly haven't taken him as a passenger.
That sounds
None of
a
that
little,
matters now, though. Oh, my poor ship. Now leave me be.
Definitely seems a little, the lady doth protest too much. I don't remember the old guy. I have this feeling that maybe the old guy in the cave is maybe the architect.
Great viewpoint, isn't it?
Jesus. Fudge did you cook that? It's lovely.
Look, the eclipse is starting.
Well, I know Nika wants a painting of this.
Not a bad show, right?
Inspiration. I've been trying to avoid, like, hitting this yellow bar. But we'll see if... is that better? Maybe. That? How's that? That seems consistently a little bit louder than desktop audio seems to be. I just don't want the audio to be so quiet. You can't hear it. It's been a while since I've really watched it.
I try to come up here every day. I guess it just doesn't get old for me. Anyway, if you haven't got lodging for the night, feel free to stay at the inn. I'll leave the upstairs room unlocked for you. Drop in at your leisure. Don't worry about payment. Shipwreck survivors stay free of charge.
Well, that's good. Thank you.
Take care now.
Ooh. Oh. Let's smidge down. Children playing. So what have we seen? We've seen owl people, bear people, and deer people, and monkey people.
You look well.
That's right. Wait. Can I activate? No. I probably can't activate the eclipse again. I wanted to paint it for her. Maybe I can remember next time it comes up.
Ah, a newcomer. In the future, if you're ever in need of carriage to Nava, I'm your driver.
Okay, thanks.
My ox is strong, no?
More kitties. Ooh, a branch. Or, I guess, roots. I'm sure at some point we'll learn what that's for. But for the time being, we'll just, you know, grab what we get. I want to go get a look at that guy's face.
I was about to head into town to share news of your survival. You should be on your way, though.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, all the Persona games are fairly similar in, like, both theme and gameplay. And all of the Shin Megami games have a similar theme in, like, that they're about basically technology bringing demons and crap into the world. It's the Haunted Tower. Ooh, I got a conversation topic. Let's bank on the innkeeper knowing. knowing what that's about. I feel like if I paint the dude in the inn, I'm gonna see if I can find like a depressing filter or something.
My garden is filled with all sorts of wriggly critters.
Tell me about the abandoned tower.
Towers like that were used to send fire signals to Nava. But we don't need to do that anymore. It's a bit eerie, but late the other night, I thought I saw lights coming from inside the tower. Oh, it's probably just some kids playing a prank. Take care now.
Ooh. Okay. So fun fact, there's no map. That's okay. Hopefully the island isn't like super massive. But we will see.
There's nothing like a good book on a day such as this. Actually, books are the perfect way to spend any day. Do you enjoy reading?
I do.
I'm glad to hear that. Perhaps I can share my favorite books with you sometime. My favorite books are the ones that inspire me to write myself. How about you?
I feel the same way.
We creatives, me a writer, you a painter, we've got to stay inspired. Best way I've found is to drink many, many cups of tea. Always gives me a boost. Speaking of writing, if you find any feathers around here, I'd happily buy them. I'm constantly losing my quills. I figure 3 should do it. For now, though, I must get back to reading. I think something fabulously dramatic is about to happen. Is there something else?
I'd like to grill you about Lindau.
Lindau used to be right on the river until a mudslide destroyed most of the town.
Oof.
After that, the townspeople relocated to the coast.
Tell me about Nava.
Many of the folk from Old Lindau moved there after the mudslide. The library there is of a historic note.
Tell me about the architect.
That would be Azad. A brilliant, brutally honest, and highly misunderstood man. Undoubtedly too curt for his own good. Perhaps that's why many Lindau folk found it difficult to maintain amicable relations with him.
Tell me about the abandoned tower.
That building was part of the original town of Lindau. I've heard a ghost has taken up residence inside. If you're interested in an adventure, it's a lovely spot for a nighttime stroll. Is there something else?
Bye-bye. I'm suddenly reminded of, tell me about potions. Tell me about potions. That must be Old Lindau. Ooh, that one had 2. I have no idea what any of these materials are, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to run out. I already feel like drastically low on my resources for, canvases. Like, and I definitely don't want to, like, paint over any of my stuff. Oh, it's a bottle. Yes, this must be... Okay, I thought that was bread for a moment. I was like, why is there bread still just sticking out of the mud? Old Lindau. Conversation topic. Surprised I didn't get a conversation topic when the writer was telling me about it. Oh, library, yes, cool, 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 cool. Ooh, candles. Okay. Property of Yulia Greywing. It's been raining for several weeks now. Tons of water pouring down in a constant torrent. Our home is filled with buckets to catch spills from the ever-growing leaks. How I long for a moment of clear sky and a break from the incessant dripping as I try to sleep. Disaster has struck. Last night, just after the eclipse, the Red Feathers woke to a creaking and groaning. They grabbed their children and ran outside moments before the house split from its stilts and crashed into the river below. Madam Baker has ordered an evacuation of all of Lindau until they fortify our homes against this awful wet. Oh, terrible news! And only a day after we evacuated our homes and made camp upon high ground. The entirety of our happy village mainland in a huge... God, what? The entirety of our happy village mainland in a huge gush... I feel like there's a sentence missing there. Taking our homes down with it. What a horrible thing to what the weather has cast upon us. Like, there's no possibility that mainland has a definition that I'm unaware of, right? Define mainland. Yeah, it just means the main part of a geographic location, so I feel like there's a verb missing from that. The potions thing was from Legend of Zelda. The Breath of the Wild. Naida, the water fox. Celios laid out his blanket in a patch of sunlight. His water fox, Naida, sniffed about, searching for a nest of eggs to snack on. Stomach growling, he pulled a sachet of frosted biscuits and berry wine from his pack. I love all these, like this and Skyrim always have, like... There's just something about the food that they talk about just sounds neat. Naida howled in excitement. She found a nest. With a thick crunch, she cracked into the egg, hungrily lapping out the contents before batting the empty shell aside. Celios grimaced as she started on her second egg. As charming as he found water foxes, he couldn't stomach their eating habits. Neat. At least, like, I don't feel guilty, like, grabbing the fabric and boards from out here. I feel like the implication in town is that they are just discarded bits of refuse, but, like, since nobody really, like, says, and also who just leaves garbage laying around like that. It just feels a little sketch. It's too deep. It doesn't look too deep, but I guess I will take your word for it. You coward. Can I cross here? I cannot cross there. Ooh, but I did find boards. And I am very happy about that. And I do appreciate, like, I hate when games, like, let you go to a place, but then there's just nothing there. I think Extra Credits did a bit about negative expectation space. Like, if you have a piece of the map that a player could get to, and it's out of the way, but you don't put anything there, then you're basically disincentivizing exploration. Alright, it seems to be night. The light is not on, though. Alright, let's... Oh, are people asleep? Do I have to sleep in the bed? Like in the inn or something? Before people will talk to me? I mean, it makes sense.
My cousin is so full of energy. One day he's flapping around like a bird, and the next he's jumping everywhere, claiming to be a frog.
Tell me about Old Lindau.
The original town built on the river. I remember hearing that it got destroyed in a mudslide. I heard that when I was really young.
I seem to have lost my chance to talk to her today.
Yes? My father was a fisher of these oceans, so I've been out on the sea plenty of times. I could never be a fisher, though.
Why not?
Sea monsters.
Tell me about Old Lindau.
That was the original Lindau. The town got destroyed after it rained every day for a solid month. The hill just slid away. There might be some stuff worth salvaging out there.
The salty sea air never gets old.
Tell me about Old Lindau.
That's where we all used to live. There was just so much rain one year. Luckily, we had the foresight to get out before the mudslide. No one got physically hurt, but the whole town was devastated. Take
Give
care
me
now.
some space.
Right? Whoa, what is this? Oh! That's right. Somebody said something about it getting really cold, right? Ooh, candle. Fabric. Book. Shadean Folktales, Volume 1. Long ago, the air outside the planet grew terribly cold. Without any fur or feathers for protection, Sun began to freeze. She decided to make her flames as big and hot as possible to keep herself warm. Sun worked all day and night to keep her fires burning. Enormous flames reached all the way out to our soil and began to scorch the creatures there. Fires raged, destroying homes and forests, but Sun was too exhausted to notice. Growing worried, the plants and creatures decided to help her. Together they gathered twigs, leaves, fur, and feathers, and wove them together into a large sheet of fabric. They covered it with clay to protect it from the fire, and the tree lifted the woven mass into the sky. "Take this blanket to rest yourself in warmth," the creatures cried. Sun slipped under the blanket and wrapped herself tightly. Her flames cooled and dimmed, leaving the land creatures in darkness. The sun woke from her nap, and her golden light returned to the creatures, who danced and sang, thankful that their gift had worked. And so, that is the story of Sun's blanket, which she still uses each day. That is the mythology behind the eclipse. Is it still too... Yeah, it's still too cold. Alright, well, sometime I might get a coat or something. Until then... Oh, that means I also can't explore the tower, which is unfortunate. Is that long enough? If you really love a particular painting you made, you should keep it for yourself. Actually... Alright. So... How about 6 a.m.? Is 6 a.m... Is it warm enough at 6 a.m. for me to go out? Okay, thank you. So that's the story about the planet here. So I wonder if that's just like a retelling of some ancient event that actually happened, or if it's just an explanation of why that planet is up there. Oh, feather. One more feather and then I can go finally get money. Is that a feather? That is a stick. Feather! Success. Neat. I don't think it was the quality that was causing me to drop frames, because it still kept happening even after I changed the quality down. But it also doesn't seem to be saying that it happened recently, so I don't know. Don't know what the deal is. It is very pretty. It's hard not to make the comparison between like this and Elder Scrolls because it's just like a medieval setting and
Aha, my fellow bookworm.
and whatever. Tell me about Old Lindau.
That's where I live. When I'm not camping. My house was the only thing standing after the mudslide.
Why didn't you move?
Moving all those books just seems like too much trouble. Besides, what could be more fun than living in a ghost town?
I think I saw your house.
I'm certain you did. Did you manage to take a peek inside?
Yes, the curtain was open.
Oh, good. I hope you found something to read that was of interest to you. Aha, my fellow bookworm.
And I have your 3 feathers.
Oh, wonderful. Hopefully this is enough to last me a while. Thank you very much. I do hate scouring the forest floor for these. If you find any more, I'll pay you 1 glowstone apiece. Is there something else?
Nope. I don't think I have any more feathers. Oh, I do have 1 feather. But I thought these were shells, but I guess they're glowstones. Which is neat. Wax. Clandestine. Yeah, and I'm not sure if the frame dropping is from like my computer just needing to be just like a little bit better, or if there's something because my ISP is just like consistently considered the worst against compared to everybody I talk to, but it's literally the only option I have for high-speed internet. And by high-speed internet, I mean anything above 20 megabits per second. The other options that are in town do cable internet in other parts of town, but not here, because I live in the middle of nowhere. Oh, feather. Oh, piece of candy. Alright. I feel like now is a good time to continue exploring. Cancel. So like every time I want to cross the river, I have to pay 60... Whatever. Who are you?
Hello there, newcomer, are you? Trying to get across the bridge, I guess. I hope you've got the glowstones for it. It's not free, you know. The rule is you pay once and you can use it as much as you'd like. From other people, I think. It seems to me that you're in need of some money. What's all that you're carrying? Looks heavy. Are you some kind of painter? You know what? Maybe there's a way you can get the glowstones out of me after all. There's a gazebo in Lindau. Real pretty spot. Maybe you've been there. Anyway, I'd like a painting of that view. The gazebo is easy to find. It's just behind the inn. And I want the painting from the gazebo, not of the gazebo. It's the view, not the building, if you get my meaning. Damn fish aren't biting today. If you're still willing to paint that gazebo view for me, remember, the gazebo is just behind the inn. See you around.
Oh, I wanted to... Okay. Will it just literally not let me? Oh, okay. Apparently I'm too good to use the, to illegally use the toll bridge. Although it may just be a gameplay mechanic explanation for, like, a shorthand for the guy not letting me use it. Let's options, audio, bring the music down just a little bit. Feel like some of the ambient sound wasn't really being picked up. That's right, that's how I got there. So, he wants me to paint the view from the gazebo, right? But, like, which direction? So pretty. Well, I hope this counts. Can I... How close to the edge can I get? I wish I could, like, twist just a little bit. That looks pretty. No, I like this composition. Export paintings. I just want to see real quick, make sure that that actually does export. Users. App data, local low. Eastshade Studios, Eastshade, Felinyx paintings. Okay, so I don't know if these are like permanent, but... Oh, and I caught birds. I like that. Getting some real nice backgrounds. I feel like, also, while I'm fiddling with things, is there a way? I'm not going to get too much into it, since if it's not super available. I was hoping there'd be like some way that it could chime or something, at the very least on my end. Yeah, and I haven't had any dropped frames in a very long time now. At least, not like the high percentage it seems to have been really concerned about.
Looky here, you've gone and painted the gazebo view. Are you willing to sell it?
You encounter a gazebo. I attack the gazebo. It's a gazebo. Sure, take the painting.
How about that? Got myself something fancy. Go Some fish unbiting today.
Oh, is it still...
Thanks again. See you around.
Ugh. Do I have to paint that stupid... Oh, I guess I technically don't probably need to cross the river using the bridge. Yeah, I know it's too deep. I'm just trying to find... I guess theoretically I could take the carriage. Although hopefully she doesn't expect me to pay her. Because I'm a poor artist, not because I am cheap. Ooh, I have no idea what this stuff is for, but I presume we're going to find out eventually. Also, like, that and the wax. I wish I, as an artist, had picked up cartography. Because... yeah. There's no way to do that. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh. I just absorbed a bird, I guess. Alright, Right, so I have no other way out of this area other than the bridge and the horse and carriage. And I can't explore the tower at night because it's too cold. And I presume I would, like, die or something. I guess I could try. How close is it to eclipse? Let's see if we can get the eclipse from a different location. Because we already have a painting from that.
A newcomer. In the future, if you're ever in need of carriage to Nava,
sure.
I said in the future. I won't take you right now.
That was just so unexpected. Why?
You're a newcomer, and you've never been to Nava. Is not so far. And the walk is lovely. Everyone going to Nava for their first time should approach by foot. I won't be the one to cheat you out of an enriching experience. And if it's the cost of the toll bridge you're worried about, know that you would have to pay it whether you're riding with me or not, if it's your first time crossing. My ox is strong, no?
That is... I really like that they cleverly thought about, like, oh, the player will try to use this as a way to circumvent this. And then they just straight up, instead of making players, like, wonder, you know, why can't I do this thing? They just tell you why you can't do that thing. Shows that the developers were... They thought about it. So, like, clearly this is not just, like, shovelware. Also, I wonder about some of that shovelware, if it's just, like, some way to, like, launder money. 'Cause, like, I saw like $100 for a gun in a shovelware game that was just like a map and like no gameplay, and I'm like, what is the purpose of this, if not for laundering money?
The traveling artist.
Oh,
Take
right.
care now.
Alright, well.
Have you decided you'd like to paint a what stunning taste you have? Be sure to capture every bit of my elegance.
I want to use this. I want to use this one. Like, oh, there we go. I'll make it more about like the general scene, maybe. Ooh. That would be a really interesting shot. I wonder if he would accept this. Oh, right, and then E.
Have you decided you'd like to paint a bold adventurer? What
Okay,
stunning taste
so
you
that
have.
didn't count.
Be sure to capture every bit of my elegance.
That's unfortunate. Mm. I wonder. I'm gonna try something here. Is this not close enough? Let's find out. It's draining the fuck out of my...
Oh my. That painting. It's the most perfect thing I've ever seen. I simply must have it. This is wonderful. My friends will be so jealous of me. I think I'll start a collection of paintings just like this. Can you imagine? An entire wall filled with paint.
Local disks, users, Quinn, app data, local low, Eastshade Studios, Eastshade, paintings. Okay, so it did not auto.
Of me.
So it did not auto save it. That's fine. That's what I was looking for. That actually wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for glowstones. I have just enough. Oh, it's the eclipse. Inspiration is apparently a very precious resource. I have no idea what you would have to do if if you just painted a bunch of paintings and then like ran out of inspiration before you could pay the toll, you'd like basically have to start all over, right? Unless oh, this is not the guy I wanted. Unless there's some other way, or if you can just make a painting even if you don't have any inspiration. Alright, here's your frickin' toll. Right, because there was a house over here, right? I'm not just making that up, right? Okay, so I guess I'm just not supposed to get there. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, this is the house I was... Whoopsies. I will take all of your wood. A Botanist's Guide to Eastshade, 3rd edition. Crassula natantis, commonly known as bloomsack, is native to the Lindau region of Eastshade. The blossoms of the bloomsack are fully enclosed and filled with a mixture of air, viscous sap, and seeds. Upon reaching full size, blossoms fall to the ground and split open, allowing for reseeding. If prepared correctly, the sap may be consumed as a beverage, often referred to as bloomsack tea. The blossoms develop a hard skin when harvested, making them ideal use as flotation devices. Interesting, interesting. Oh, apparently I find this person's house very inspirational. Or I guess maybe slightly inspirational. I will take a candle and some of that. Hey buddy, I just robbed your house.
Oh, hello there. Mind the plants underfoot. What can I do for you?
Sunglasses. So what do you do?
I spend a lot of time studying and documenting new plant life. Just yesterday, I believe I discovered a new sort of lily pad. I spend a lot of time...
Okay. Tell me about Lindau.
We've got great plant diversity, and I can always get imported teas from the storehouse. We've also got more wild bloom sacks than anywhere else.
Tell me about Nava.
Believe it or not, I've never been. I'm not sure Bojan would care much for the bustle.
Tell me about the architect.
As far as I know, he left Lindau a long time ago and never returned. Unfortunately, he and I did not get along terribly well. I like to go walking over there. It's nice to take in the sea air from time to time. It was destroyed such a long time ago. I was only a child, so I barely remember what it looked like. Mind the plants underfoot!
Ooh, who's this? Is this that Boja person? Bojan. Are you alright? Because I feel like I know what he's sitting on. They're sitting on,
Of course. It is a bloomsack raft.
No judgments. Did you make it?
I did.
Would you teach me
I
how?
might, but only if you meet the right requirements. My only requirement is that you be my friend. One of my best friends, to be exact.
Let's get to know each other.
I understand. Quite reasonable. Let us begin learning about one another.
Cool.
Is your favourite colour orange or yellow?
Neither.
I see. Now, if you had to choose between eating slugs or cakes, which would you eat?
Do you eat slugs? I guess I'd rather eat cakes.
Maybe I can make you some slug cakes?
Gross.
This next one will be tricky. If you saw a frog stranded all alone on a lily pad, what would you do?
Isn't that normal for frogs?
Just because it's normal doesn't mean it's acceptable. Please, consider how the frogs feel about it. I feel as if I have come to know you very well. Would you agree that we can be friends now?
I don't see why not.
Oh, wondrous. Here, now we can sit on rafts together. You'll need some twine to keep it all together. I don't know how to make that, but Owner has a lot of it.
Thanks,
You
Bojan.
also need wax, and that's very hard to find. Sometimes there's still candles, but don't tell Owner.
So, I guess that just confirms I have been stealing candles.
Hello again.
Can you tell me
I
about
overheard
Tweed?
your conversation with
Twine.
Bojan. He'll be so excited to have you as a friend. He's a very special individual. There's no one who loves rafting as much as he does. Though he can be difficult at times, he's a kind soul. I appreciate your cordialness.
How can I make twine?
Ah, a blossoming botanist, I see. To start, you'll need some roots. You can find them at the bases of trees. I can show you how to make twine, but it is a process. I see you're a painter. I would so love some artwork in my home. I'm quite partial to sandy beaches. What do you say? If you make me a painting, I'll teach you how to make twine.
I'll see what I can do.
I look forward to seeing your work. Mind the plants underfoot.
I'm actually not 100% sure that that is, sandy enough. So let's keep going and see if we need a raft for the time being, or if we can get by without dealing with that. Annika's house. I will take your garbage. Oh, hello.
I saw some birds flying around a few nights ago. They were so graceful. I especially like the ones that do this. Ooh, ooh. What a fun way to
A very accomplished candle stealer. Tell me about Nava.
Fancy city folk, but they do buy my pots.
Cool.
Bye now.
Do not harvest black thistle. Okay. Mushroom. Mushroom. Badger, 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 badger. Mushroom, mushroom. That's probably the mountain. The bluffs. Let's see if Nava has a sandy beach. That's not black thistle, right? Scragweed, cool. Hello, bear.
I'm pretty busy if you couldn't tell. Got all these trails to maintain, tourists to wrangle, animals to nurture, plants to relocate. I'll be lucky if I ever get to take another break in my whole life.
Encouraging. Let's say you're doing great.
Well, thanks. I guess that's nice to hear. Although I don't see how you could know that. Oh, and I've also got to go rescue a stupid water fox. As if I didn't already have enough work to do.
What's a water fox?
They're aquatic rodents, essentially. Like to live in watery caves. People think they're adorable, but in my opinion, they're just wretched. My responsibility here is maintaining the trails. That's why I was hired. These water foxes are a huge thorn in my paw, and they distract me from my real tasks. My partner was the one who took care of the water foxes. Now he's gone, and I have no idea to handle these animals. I've been trying to trap one all day. Tried every type of bait under the moon.
Where did your partner
go?
He
wanted to see the world. I don't blame him for that. But he could have at least left some instructions for taking care of these hard animals.
Why didn't you go with him?
I like the world here just fine. I like the trails, the trees. I don't want to see anything else. Besides, what would happen to this park if I was gone?
What will you do with the water fox?
I've already wasted so much time trying to catch him. I really can't spend another day on this. I think it's officially a lost cause.
Well, what will happen?
Yeah, he'll probably die. And his kits won't last long without him either. I guess it's sad, but the trails need maintenance.
Can I go see them?
I'm not really supposed to let visitors get so close to the wildlife, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. The water foxes are living in a cave, not more than 100 paces from me.
Tell me about Nava.
City folk. It's like they've never seen a trail before, always trampling through the foliage like animals.
This reminds me of Gone Home, where you find a note partway through the game where it's the mother has a note to the youngest daughter saying, "Stop leaving all the lights on in the house like your older sister." Basically, pretty much, and by that point, you know, most people have already turned on all the lights in the house and just left them on. So I know that water foxes like eggs. Fish of the Fellstream River. The scales of the ultramarine minnow were once ground to create a deep blue pigment used in paint. These fish consume nearly anything aside from fish, and have been found to eat plants and even eggs. The Motude trout, or thunder trout, leaps from water at high speeds before crashing back down. It is believed that the fish do this to catch flies, but it's been surmised that they may also be engaging in play. When entire hovers of thunder trout do this at once, it creates a rumble that can be felt from the land. Thunder trout prey on ultramarine minnows and prefer to live in river waters. The dry-mouthed sandfish swallows vast quantities of silt, allowing it to rest heavily on the waterbed. Preying on thunder trout, the sandfish emits a burst of sand as prey approaches, disorienting the smaller fish and consuming it along with the displaced sand. One sandfish has gained particular notoriety in Eastshade for being a menace to fisherfolk and boaters. This fish is known to locals as Old Pops, and has been observed wreaking havoc on Sinkwood Lake. Good to know. I will steal that candle.
By trade, I am a cartographer, but unfortunately my productivity is down at the moment. I have run out of ink. It'll be a while before my shipment comes in.
Please tell me you'll make me a map.
You're new around here, right? I'll bet you could use a map of Eastshade.
Yes! That was very useful. That
Like
would be
one,
very
I
useful.
have an extra print here I can give you. But in exchange, I'm wondering if there's something you can do for me. As I mentioned, I'm running low on ink. If you find me 4 inky cap mushrooms, I'll give it to you.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
That would be grand. Last time I went inky cap foraging, I got trapped in a conversation with the park ranger. He's rather obsessed with trail making, isn't he? He gabbed about it for nearly an hour.
Tell me about Nava.
Beautiful city, and very straightforward, cartographically speaking.
Cool. Cool.
See you.
I was one away from, like, already having it. Okay. Let's talk to the, innkeeper guy.
Welcome to the Castrel's Eyrie, providing a warm bed for travelers and tourists for just 2 glowstones a night. Are you in need of a room tonight?
Tell me about Linda
You
first.
might have met my old friend Nika. She runs the inn over there. We used to get into a lot of trouble together.
Tell me about Nava.
It's a shiny kind of place. You heading there now?
Eventually.
I've heard there's an art
Yes.
supplies store. Seems like something you might like.
That does sound like something I'd like. Also, I can't afford to pay you. Oh, I thought maybe he'd like give me a quest to like get free use of his inn. But wasn't there supposed to be something about a water fox? Oh, that's black thistle. I'm not supposed to pick the black thistle. J. Oh, here we go. That is an alarm to remind me that I will take my meds. I will be right back. I also have realized that I don't have any snacks that are not, like, super crunchy. Alright. Ooh. I am inspired. I mean, I know that's not gonna work. Can I just catch it with my hands? See if he gives me any insight about, like, what else the fox might like, besides eggs, and or maybe where I can find eggs.
Good day for making...
What do they eat?
I've always pictured them as toad eaters. Never really watched them eating, though. If I knew what they like, I would have trapped that injured one by now.
Okay, well, I know that they like eggs, because I read a book about it, and knowledge is power. The question is... Oh! This is that tree Mom wanted me to paint. I'm willing to bet. Is there a... Maybe I can get a good shot from, up on the Airy. And while I'm here, we're gonna get a map.
Have you by any chance found those inky caps yet? Great. I've just put the final touches on your map. I hope it serves you well. Safe travels.
Got these fruit and oat things. Alright, bye-bye. I'll probably have a recording up on YouTube or something. So if you're interested in later developments, it will be there. Okay. Okay. Silt Spring Coast.
Thanks again for the inky.
Sure. Peace out. Okay. I have the sinking suspicion that I'm about to find out what happens if you're out in the... If you're out in the cold too long. Can I save? Let's save. Okay. Ooh. I will gladly take that wood. And then... I don't know what the scragweed is for, but I'm sure it will be useful later. Ooh. 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 This makes me, No! Okay. If I back up... Oh, that's so sad. Alright, I guess we'll just have to do... I feel like that. That would be really good. Now does it recognize that's what just happened? Here? No. Nice. That gave me a ton of inspiration. Alright. Let's see if I can make it to Nava. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to sit in that inn while, I wonder where I can find eggs. Oh. I was wondering how you would get from Nava to Lindau, but I think that's what that zip line is. Maybe? No. That goes to Nava, not from it. I don't know, maybe physics work differently in this world. Let's take a look at this little shack. Adventure Lifestyle Magazine. Building a campfire. A campfire is a handy tool for those wishing to brave the cold nights of Eastshade. Build one to cozy up to your campsite and brew a nice cup of tea. In this issue of Adventure Lifestyle Magazine, we'll teach you how to light a fire of your own. Simply follow the schematic included here to light a roaring fire, sure to keep your evenings comfortable. Strap on your boots, adventurers, because the first step is collecting. Fellow adventurer, Lizdale, shares the tale of her first time building a fire. Well, I'll never go back to sitting in the cold dark again. I ended up smelling like smoke, which isn't my favorite thing, but you can't have a good camping experience without a toasty fire. Awesome. Dear Victor, how I missed you. Only 3 months into my journey, and a large part of me wonders if it was an utter folly. I can't help but think of all the work you're doing in the shade without my help. Your dedication to the park is what inspired me to set out in search of my dearest passion. But what I've found is that the world feels smaller without you by my side. For all the endless islands and new cities, I still find myself wishing to spend an evening by the fire with you. And so, I have decided to return early. I had planned to surprise you, but I couldn't wait. The world is beautiful, but even still, the vision of you is the one I cherish most. With love, Nils. P.S. I look forward to hearing about the birth of the water fox kits. They'll be nearly full grown by the time I return. Oh, we definitely need to get that going. Okay. See what happens. Try to get to Nava and... Okay. Let's see. I died. Okay. So I think 6 a.m. Okay.
You seem like a nice person. You don't have to prank my brother if it's not your thing. Maybe I'll see you around in Nava?
Oh, maybe I'll run into him in Nava. Okay. So I have so much to do here. Okay, so let's make it to Nava first. That way we can at least fast travel as necessary. And hopefully someday get a coat. Because listen, I don't want to like start fires all over this island. I went this way, right? Are there eggs? I would really like to find eggs. He needs a picture of a sandy beach. Alright. Yeah, and that's gonna go up into the mountains, and it definitely seems like we were kind of being herded this direction. What's up here? Ha! 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 Eggs! Eggs! Sweet, glorious eggs. Now I can keep those two beautiful people together. Lovers in love. Like, I'm sure they really expected you to have gone to that place, the little library, and, like, found that information, but I still feel like really cool for, like, knowing this. Okay. Okay, now what?
You managed to trap him. I heard the shrieks all the way above ground. I need to administer the salve. Well, I guess I should thank you. I was ready to give up on this damned water fox. Listen, it's pretty clear that you're a nature lover. I don't know how you managed to catch that animal, but I do appreciate it. Let me show you how to make a snug tent. Should be useful for someone like you, roaming the country and all. It will give you a place to relax if you need to kill time, and shelter if you find night sneaking up on you.
Cool. Crafting? No. Crafting. Crafting. Requires time. Twine. Oh, I also need to figure out how to make sealant. Maybe he'll teach me how to make sealant after I've learned how to make twine. Okay. Okay. God, they're so pretty. Like, I don't know why I'm surprised, given that this is a game where the entire point is to paint pretty pictures. But, sheesh. Ooh. I don't even know if I need ink mushrooms anymore. Maybe somebody will want them. Inspiration. There's a button on this mic that I need to figure out how to use more consistently. I wonder how common eggs are, or if I just, like, literally stumbled on, like, the only location. It wasn't, like, super out of the way? Oh, okay. I wonder if there's an infinite inspiration.
Hello. I'm not really in the mood to talk with anyone. I lost something really important. It was like the key to everything. I just can't believe I lost it. The amulet. I don't know how this happened. I just wanted to look at it, but now it's gone. Sorry. I don't feel like chatting right now. Sorry. I don't feel like chatting right now.
I wonder if it's on that island over there, and I need a raft to get it for him. What do they call these? They're technically reeds, but... heavy reeds. Growing up, we called them cattails. I don't really know why. They don't really look like cattails, but you know, whatever. Ooh. So I am hoping, because I kind of like this, I wonder if I can get both the boat and the beach. I'm not sure I can. Because, I mean, the boat's neat, but it's... Can I get to the boat? No. Actually, I kind of like this. This composition is neat. Yeah, this, I think this low to the ground is really neat. Yes, it counts. Awesome. So neat. Okay. Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. Don't mind me. Just robbing your camp. What's up?
Such a nice place to relax, this. I come here often. It's a nice, quiet place to write music. Hey, do you want to hear my latest tune?
Sure.
It's not easy to play a string instrument with talons in it, but what I lack in finger ability I can make up for with my fine bird pipes. I dream thy feet upon the shore, sitting by the sea, and the moon and the ocean slowly glide unto thee. I dream of a lake beneath the stars, pleasure by the stream, and its arms rolled above me. In the shade I lie neath the tree. I dream and I Well, that's the song.
It was fantastic, thank you.
What do you think? Oh, I'm so glad you liked it.
I did, it was very pretty.
To be a good one.
I had a little hard time understanding the words.
Care to hear my song again? I can use the practice.
Eh. Map. I'm assuming that's where I am now. Maybe? Because that's the Erie. Oh, fudge me. I'm so sorry, guys. Friends. Oh, I feel like an absolute... these things happen. We live, we learn. Gosh. Alright, so... yeah. I don't even remember, like, when I got up and what was going on. I went down to this coast. I went up to the East Tower. There really wasn't anything, like, I couldn't actually traverse the rope, which means either I don't have an item or it actually is from the other side. There's a guy down here who wanted a, who lost an amulet, and I'm guessing it's on this island. And I need the raft to get that. Gosh, what did he want for that? He wanted a painting of the sea, and oh, I can show y'all what that painting looks like. This is the sandy beach that he wanted a picture of. Ooh.
Need a lift? All right then.
Okay.
Ah, yes, a newcomer. May I see your reference letters, please?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm afraid if you're seeking passage into Narva, you'll need 3 reference letters from citizens of Eastshade, signed and sealed. It hasn't always been this way.
Why do
but
I need
lately
them?
We've been getting more newcomers than usual. We don't want to be unwelcoming to new folk, but we are trying to have some measure of security. Will that be all, then?
How do I get them?
Well, you need to find people who are willing to vouch for your character and writing. Since you're a newcomer, you'll have to make some friends in the country. Will that be all, then?
Nope.
Will that be all, then?
That's it.
Stay safe now.
Alright, so almost certainly... Hey, who are you?
It comes. It may be the fiercest Eastshade has seen in 100 years. The signs are all around us. You must find shelter.
What is it?
Death. It is death. I must go. Be safe, traveler.
Ignore him. He says that every time it rains. Stop scaring the tourists, Grandpa.
I found a thing.
Hello, friend. Glorious day, wouldn't you say? What an incredible day to be alive. Ah,
Absolutely.
I see you're a traveller, swept in from some distant land. How enchanting. Ah, marvellous place, Eastshade. The only trouble is, traveller, the little mice.
The what?
The little mice. You see, they've taken a liking to my garden. Not sure how they eat so much when I'm not looking. Must be bigger than I think. I'm standing guard, but it's not working. Somehow they're getting past me. Must be while I'm sleeping. Not that I mind, really. I'm glad they have a proper meal. But how I dream of cooking up a proper stew. Vegetable, of course. Can't have a good stew without an assortment of the finest crops, eh?
Sounds delicious.
Tell you what, bring me 7 sticks so I can finish my fence. That just may do the trick against these crafty carrot eaters. Of course, I never let a friend journey on without a few glowstones to pad their pocket. How's 10 sound?
You know what? Even if I don't get paid, here you go.
Oh,
I already got
isn't
7.
it perfect. I knew it was a good thing we met, traveller.
Glad I pick up garbage all the time.
Appreciate your help. Nothing wrong with running around picking up sticks. Just don't forget to get lost once in a while, eh? And look around you. Smell the roses.
I like taking my time.
Oh, listen to me. I sound like an old-timer.
Not at all.
What a fine one you are. Polite as they come. You'll fit in splendidly in our little community here in Eastshade. Folk are as kind as can be. Anyhow, thanks for getting these sticks for me. It's a full-time job standing guard. Why don't you come back in a day's time? That'll give me time to patch up this fence and see how it does against the little mice. See you soon.
Will it... Does it remind me? I should check back tomorrow. Cool. Cool. Alright, now that I helped you, I'ma rob you blind.
Hi there, stranger. Come on in. Care for some tea? Or maybe a mead?
I've had tea. I'm curious about the effect of mead.
That'll keep your bones warm. I don't think I've seen your face before. Are you from out west?
I'm not from Eastshade.
Ah, okay. I thought you might be from out west. I haven't met many Westerners. I was born and raised in Nava. I really wish more Westerners would come through this way. I really want to ask them about the drumming.
The drumming?
Have you heard the drums at night?
I haven't heard any drums.
I was just a child the first time I heard the drumming out in the Blushwoods. My best friend and I used to play out here a lot. We even found a drum once. Wish I could look at that thing, but it seems to have disappeared. Ever since I moved out here, I've only heard the drumming late in the night. Some nights I hear it, others I don't. Doesn't seem to be any pattern. I like the music. It's captivating. In fact, it's almost bewitching. But I've always been bewildered as to its source. I figure it must be some westernly folk thing. Maybe the farmers from the Teefmore Bluffs throw parties in the Blushwood? Nobody in Nava seems to know anything about it.
Tell me about Nava.
That's where I grew up. My best friend and I spent a lot of time out here, though, running through the Blushwoods. There was an old shack right in this very spot that we used as our hideout. Wasn't much more than a pile of boards back then, but I purchased the land and fixed it up. My son Finn brought his family out here, too. He always loved trees more than the bricks of the city. And I've got 5 beautiful grandchildren. Things couldn't be better.
Cool. See ya. And by see ya, I mean... Meow. 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 The Green Book of Poetry. Ode to the Blushwoods. O blushwood forest, gentle trails, we hiked along, our hearts unveiled. Her cheeks did match the firs above, as we sang a song of rosy love. A chipmunk heard our melody, so came to join us happily. O tiny friend, come join our song. We'll dance and laugh the whole night long. But from his branch rate scores of nuts. He'd only wish to shut us up. Adorable. Oh, candle. Let's see. So let's not go to the Blushwood just yet. I do want to make it to Nava and hopefully get a coat or something so I don't have to worry about the cold of the night. I wonder if it's called the Blushwood because everything's pink. I see, so I'm willing to bet that the Smokey the Bear guy would love to give me a letter. And I'm sure once I finish this raft thing, I'm sure once I finish the raft, at least one of those guys will give me a reference. Maybe the cartographer too? Admission to Nava.
Sure, I can vouch for you. You really got me out of a pinch there with that water fox.
I wonder if I can acquire, like, more than the required, just to be like, look, see? Alright, rare bird. Requires me to be out at night though, so that'll have to wait. Hey, buddy.
What a lovely sandy beach you've painted. Would you be willing to give it away for the opportunity to learn?
Why, of course I would.
This is splendid. It will be the prized piece of my sitting room. Now, here's how to make twine. Mind the plants underfoot. What can I do?
Admission to Nava.
Any friend of Bojan's is a friend of mine. Here. Mind the plants underfoot.
Will you tell me how to make sealant?
Hello, good. Where's your
Admission to Nava.
I think Corona can do that.
Cool. I don't think... Because I need sealant. Which I thought he said we could make from candle wax, but I guess not. Maybe the writer will give me a letter. Wherever he lives. Hey, buddy. Pick a topic. Nope. Okay. Peace. I'm not really super feeling like I really need money right now. Because there's not something I'm like really hurting for. Okay. You won't give me a letter. You give me a letter.
Again?
Admission to Nava.
I would if I could, but I'm not a resident here.
Oh well. You.
I just can't wait to go home and show everyone this magnificent portrait. The beauty of my features entirely makes up for your lack of proper art training.
Yeah, you're garbage. Give me a letter into Nava.
I will not write you a reference. We already have too many vagrants in Nava for my tastes.
Give me my painting back.
You look well.
Admission
Sure,
to Nava.
I can do that for you.
Awesome. Peace.
Take care now.
We've had quite a few shipwrecks here. There's a reef surrounding the bay, and that's what does it. This shouldn't slow down traffic too much, though. I'm just glad you all made it.
Who else? I don't think I had the option to talk to him. I assumed I couldn't talk to her because of the time of day, but that appears not to be the case. She might be mad at me because I didn't go do her dirty work for her. Like, I am a nice, conscientious person. Thank you. Alright, so now that I have been to... Nah.
So, the newcomer has walked the road to Nava. Didn't I tell you it would be worth it?
You were right, it was worth it.
Would you like a ride to Nava? You've already paid the toll, so it will be free for you.
Sure.
My ox is strong, no?
Alright, I feel like this is actually a pretty good place to stop. I've got some other projects I want to work on today, so... Thanks. We'll pick up here next time.